Hello everybody, I am Chevoque and this is Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, I am well aware that the first few episodes are primarily side quests and not many main quests. God damn, I wish I was built like that. But the big thing is that I still want to do is like, I am taking the time to record, so I don't want to take out all of that. I will literally, as we go forward, I will actually maybe play in my own time and make sure I don't hit any areas where we have something that happens. But the other thing that I wanted to mention quickly is that the party banter is why I'm keeping in quite a bit of that stuff, because of the fact that like they do say things that not necessarily important things, but like Solus's dream thing. Like I couldn't take that out of the fourth episode because why do you do that? Because it kind of like does build up on that story as well. So as we go forward, I will make sure that I don't add too many side quests. But for today, what I am going to do before we get fully into it, I'm going to finish up the side quest in the Hinterlands. Because like I said, the completionist in me needs it done. Otherwise, it's going to bother me. So what I will do is I will be doing the side quest. That part I will edit out unless there's any party banter. I will put that in right after this section, then right after that intro. But after that, we will go back and we will actually do the operation at the war table, which for you guys would be like an hour that you last saw me actually finish that, but which for me would be actually like now 4 hours maybe, because I am obsessed with side quests. But okay then, let's get into it. Oh, here it is. So we are gonna fast travel back to Haven, finally. So how do I do this again? World map. Haven. So we're gonna go to the war room, do some operations, because as I said previously, it's like it takes in-game time, which I completely forgot about, and which is a problem. But now I think we will also be able to speak a little bit to Cullen and who's the other person? Liana maybe? So we are back. It has been ages. It has been a goddamn lifetime. You see, I remembered somebody was here. Cassandra. So some heavy conversations going to happen this time. Ugh. You're impressive. You alright? You need stronger dummies.
You're kind of a force of nature, aren't you?
When I need to be.
It's impressive.
You flatter me.
I'm trying.
Did I do the right thing?
I wish she was still a
What I
romance for
have
a
set in
female
motion
character.
here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool. And they may be right.
No, it wasn't foolish. What do you believe, yeah?
What does your faith tell you?
I
Your
believe
faith.
you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot.
Very true.
But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos. And we end them.
Recording?
And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them.
Weird camera angle for
I
them,
only
even though
pray
it's
the price is not too high.
See? I'm gonna say you have to.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I?
No, you didn't.
My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you
fuck
act.
you.
I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail.
Also not
But
a
I
bad
misjudged
approach.
you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
Glad. This is a tricky one. You had calls. Let's hear it.
Can't say I'm not grateful to hear that.
I can be harsh, I know.
She's so pretty.
You've said you don't believe you're chosen. Does that mean... You also don't believe in the Maker?
Ooh. I believe in other gods.
I'm Dalish. I believe in our own gods.
And there's no room among your gods for one more? I
There could
suppose it
be,
doesn't
but
matter
still.
now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
You can still fight for the same thing and not necessarily believe in the same things or same gods. So, there's that. Anything
It
else to
occurs
say?
to me I don't actually know much about you.
Oh,
What
there
do
we
you
go.
want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
My clan never stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh? I didn't think your people roamed that far north, but clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
Um, eventually perhaps. I feel
might.
that's
Once
neutral.
this is done.
It will not be the same once you do.
Before I go on with this, I feel like the
enough
background
for
sound
now.
is a little bit
Another
loud with the
time,
fighting. I mean, it sets the tone and the atmosphere, but too much. Okay, so I dropped it only by 10, so it was on 80. I put it on 70. I don't want it. I feel like it is important for ambience, right? But also, oof,
Can you tell me more
little
about the
loud before.
Seekers?
The Seekers of Truth were born from the original Inquisition long ago, when it united with the Chantry. Seekers stood above the Templars, watching over them but also investigating magical events they couldn't handle. We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach.
Anything
How
is
seldom does
corruptible.
reality match the ideal?
There's so many questions.
But what are Seekers exactly?
Those who know anything of us think we are Templars. We do not use lyrium, however. Our abilities are different, as was our original purpose. We disciplined the Templars and were accountable only to the Divine. And not even her, truthfully.
Then who watched you?
So nobody ever watched over the Seekers?
It was the Divine's duty. But she could only do so much when the truth was hidden from her. The Templars have
Yeah.
always feared us. When a Seeker arrived at a circle, they knew trouble was afoot. That kind of power is troubling. You begin to think you are the only one who can solve the world's problems. If you don't see a problem, it doesn't exist. If someone insists it does, they are the blind ones.
Why did your order turn against the Chantry?
We
Interesting.
originally united with the Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The
Yeah, well,
Seekers saw themselves as justified,
Good she did.
and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
What abilities do you have?
You mentioned that Seekers have different abilities than Templars.
Entirely. A Templar's abilities come from lyrium and are designed to hunt mages. Ours come from ritual and many years of dedicated training. We cannot be possessed by demons and are immune to mind control. Useful
That's cool.
considering our role. Seekers can gain other gifts, but that depends on the individual.
What are your gifts?
What kind of gifts do you have?
I can set the lyrium within a person's blood aflame.
Ooh.
Both mages and Templars bend before my will. Some Seekers use it to interrogate, others
That's
simply
scary.
to paralyze. Once there was a Seeker who could use it to kill. That particular gift is considered rare.
Yeah, but that feels like too much power, wouldn't you say?
Why did your order turn against the Chantry?
We originally united with the Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
You sound like you disagree.
We knew what was happening at Kirkwall, where the Mage Rebellion began. We looked into reports of Knight Commander Meredith's harsh treatment of her charges years earlier. But we found so many shocking cases of magical corruption, it was decided her actions were justified. If we'd been there when it happened, if we'd looked harder at the root causes...
Yeah, because I feel like... Yeah.
You're right. Something should have been done.
Why can't we
When
all just
faced
live
with
in
a problem,
peace?
the Seekers would close ranks and crush it. We would find an answer, but only once we felt we weren't being coerced. The moment the mages voted for independence, our response was predictable. It was difficult to watch.
Yeah, but that was fucked up.
How does someone become a Seeker?
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older, an exception due to my noble birth. We train rigorously for years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then.
The fuck is the vigil?
Is the vigil some kind of initiation?
It is the rite every Seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We empty ourselves of all emotion, focusing only on the purity of our devotion. And the
Yeah, no,
moment it
my
finally
self-discipline
ends,
is too bad for that.
it's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words.
You can do you, but You were delirious.
I wish I could experience that.
But we're playing
If the
into
vigil
being
was not so
kind,
arduous,
so...
I'd
yeah,
say
sure.
more should attempt it. What if mages never needed to fear possession by demons? I'm told it is impossible, however. I suppose I'll never know the truth of it now.
Okay,
I've no more questions.
so there is a lot of interesting information. It does help to set up the world once again, so... Now, while we're here, finally, I am going to reset my bloody points and put them back into places that I want, because the parry was useless.
You think that'll make a difference?
Master Dennett's horses in the hinterlands are faster and stronger than anything we've got here. A good horse can make all the difference. The mare I grew up with saved my life. She died
Now,
when the demons attacked.
after that little burp came out of me, we have all the horses that I synced. So the question is... Oh, we don't. What? I thought I had all of them. No, I wanna go for these dragon-y like ones. They're creepy and it's just more fun. So, Sharp Tail looks pretty cool. Let's see how it looks in person. Oh, you be pretty! Yeah, fuck it.
People we've lit pyres for.
Cute!
Well, like I said,
Customization that doesn't make
horse
sense,
can
but
make all
fine.
the difference.
Okay, let me buy. Where do I buy again? Do I buy from you? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Wait, it was... Jeez, I haven't been here in too long. Here, okay. I was on the right path. Now, tactical renewal. Why is it so expensive now? The first one is cheap, now this one is expensive. C'est la vie, we really need it. I am gonna lose my goddamn mind if I need to struggle with that stupid ability that I got. Wait, I need to do this first. Accessories. Okay, we did it. That looks much goddamn better. So, Varric, what do you have to say after all of this? I have questions about Hawk.
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty
Please do
common
tell.
reaction. Go ahead.
In the book, you say that first Enchanter Orsino turned himself into a giant monster made of corpses. How? Why?
Do I look like an expert on magical weirdness to you? Well, I can't tell you how. For the why, all I can say is he was desperate.
Okay.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arashok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently, the Arashok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, That's the Cune's version of an apology.
Okay.
Where are the rest of Hawke's associates now?
Yeah.
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south to prey on the refugees. I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though. Isabella went back to the Raiders. She's calling
I love
herself
that they
an
give you a
admiral
recap
now.
if you play the first two
I don't know
games.
if she's actually in charge or just has a really
Kind of.
big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Hawke's brother Carver is still in the Free Marches, helping the Kirkwall Guard keep order. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
Interesting. Okay. Go back though.
Need something?
I wasn't done talking. I have a personal question.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Kirkwall,
Are
we
you
know
from
this.
Ferelden? Orlais?
Free Marches, born
Oh.
and raised in Kirkwall.
Yeah, Kirkwall.
And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
What do you do?
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
It's like, just, you know. What books do you write?
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular.
Hard in
High
Hightown is
Town,
actually something you
guards
can
breaking
read
the rules to get things
in
done. The
IRL.
Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
Okay, so the Swords and Shields one, I think later on when we are at Skyhold, we will actually learn more about that. And it is connected to Cassandra, so that is a very cool little side questing as well. This is your hair, glowing Atlas. What shops do you own?
What sort of shops do you own?
Why do I read
Actually,
it?
we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in money lenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
If you've run a spy network, why is Leliana our spy master?
To be
Yeah.
honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people.
Oh,
Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
Basically he's saying he's softer than her.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca, she's one of a kind. I got her off a guy in Darktown. Took me a week to pry his dead fingers off the stock.
I just remembered we need to really focus on his bow, because there's no other bow you can get him. He can only use Bianca, and we need to get the upgrades done for him right after this, otherwise I'm gonna forget.
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
And the reason for that is?
Complicated.
Oh,
It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
shame.
Thanks,
Okay.
Varric.
No
Sorry for
problem.
prying, my bro. But also, before we
Need
completely
something?
finish up, where is the question about?
The red
Cassandra?
lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're
But you
just
just
near the
touched it.
stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It
Wow.
also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
Holy shit, okay.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Damn. Okay, well, let's do your upgrades, because that seems important. Okay, so I checked, and I cannot do any upgrades as of yet for... What's his name? For Varric.
At least we've got Inquisition troops out at Redcliffe now, giving those people some real...
Who's this then? It's chaos here.
Your kind killed
I
the
ran
most
right into a
holy.
cutscene.
Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your
Oh,
mouth, May.
Jesus.
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
Tell him.
And what does that mean exactly?
For you to
Back
fuck off,
already,
I don't like
Chancellor.
you.
Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Okay, things got a little heated over here. I want to go there, but at the same time, I just want to finish up the other things that I'm busy with.
When will you be able to find anything we need?
Liliana, this is where you are.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood. To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak Fandraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Yeah,
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
I'm as confused as you.
Don't ask me. I'm as baffled as you are.
I
You
hate that the
probably
green in
don't
my
even
hair looks
worship the
weird.
Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
You could blame her killers. That's one thing. I'm gonna knock off some bloody things here. My sympathies.
I'm
She's
sorry.
gonna disapprove, isn't she?
Her death has clearly hit you hard.
Not just me. All of us. She was the Divine. She led the faithful. She was their heart. If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Religion does that to you. Why are you telling me this? These are your problems. That would be such a dick thing to say.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
Damn! You hurt my soul there, lady.
Heaven has been filled with
Okay, we will go see what happened there with the Cullen thing in a second. But first, Sola!
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it.
Yep.
Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You think it's a vine?
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
I agree.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
Yes, I need you to stop clipping. Your finger is going into your body. Tell me about elves.
I'd be interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
I thought you would be more interested in sharing your opinions of elven culture. You are Dalish, are you not?
Why are you so angry?
What's your problem with the Dalish? Allergic to Halla?
They are children acting out stories misheard and repeated wrongly 1,000 times.
Oh, but you know the truth, right?
Get disapproval.
While they pass on stories, mangling details, I walk the fade. I have seen things they have not.
We are trying. So teach other elves.
Fine, you think we're terrible.
You
What about the
motherfucker,
aliens
Solus!
from elves who aren't Dalish?
Why? What would it benefit some poor man in a Ferelden alienage to learn that his ancestors strode the land like gods? It would only make him bitter, or inspire him to take a foolish risk and get himself killed.
You've
Okay, but
decided
why?
his reaction for him.
Perhaps I have. If you have questions and believe the answers will help, ask.
How am I gonna romance him if he's such a dick to us? Fuck you.
Are all Dalish elves like my
Approves.
clan?
No. Your clan was unique in having enough interest in human affairs to send you to spy upon the Divine's meeting. As your clans have been separate for
Did
so
he
long,
know?
they have all changed, adapting to the lands in which they live. Some are no more than bandits. Others trade freely with humans. And some have disappeared entirely into the forests.
Man, okay.
I'd like to know more about the elves from before our time.
The Dalish strive to remember Hallam Shiral. But Hallam Shiral was merely a fumbling attempt to recreate a forgotten land.
Arlathan.
Elvanan was the empire, and Arlathan its greatest city. Place of magic and beauty, lost to time.
What else?
You've studied ancient elves.
Okay, we got him back to where we
What
lost
else do you
him.
know of Arlathan?
We hear stories of them
Hopefully.
living in trees, and imagine wooden ramps or Dalish aerovels. Imagine instead spires of crystal twining through the branches, palaces floating among the clouds.
That sounds
Imagine
amazing.
beings who lived forever, for whom magic was as natural as breathing. That is what was lost.
Oh, that's so sad.
What can you tell me about elves living in human cities?
The culture in alienages or among the slaves of Tevinter is like any of the impoverished and powerless. They cling to memories of a better past, and practice a few rituals to distinguish themselves from humans.
Fuck. That's the
Is
fucked up
elven
thing.
magic
Elves and
different
magic
from the magic
beings
used
are
by
so
humans?
separated.
No and yes. Magic is magic, just as water is water, but it can be used in different ways. Dalish magic is more practical, not needing chantry approval, although they still frown on blood magic. Superstition. Much of it is more subtle. A legacy from when elves were immortal.
Special? What? Okay.
The legends of elven immortality. Did they use magic to increase their lifespan?
No. It was simply part of being elven. The subtle beauty of their magic was the effect, not the cause of their nature. Some spells took years to cast. Echoes would linger for centuries, harmonizing with new magic in an unending symphony. It must have been beautiful.
I love how he's like. Okay, I'm trading on a fine line now, but he cares about the elves, right? He cares about the elven history, the things that have been lost, the things that will never be again. So it's sad to see it, you know, because especially when we go some places, there's going to be an elven area where we go to, or an old elven area, where it's like he's completely upset. That thing like stays with me, because I was very much like, when it happened, I was like, damn, this really hits him hard, and I didn't understand why until I got to the end, you know. So
You said that the censure against blood magic was a superstition.
I did. It's fortunate Cassandra is not within earshot. Most modern cultures forbid blood magic. Publicly, even Tevinter disapproves of it. But as I said, Magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
There's the weird thing, right? Because Cassandra said that some of the Templars are able to do blood magic, right? Like bring the magic in people, like just kill them. So I mean, it goes both ways. So it's interesting that he says like he's glad she's not in earshot when they kind of both have the same things. It kind of does this thing about like, even though they are different, they still have their similarities, and if only they could see it, you know. But yeah, blood magic is evil. I wonder now, which one will Solus approve of more? I don't mind.
To be honest, I don't see it as different from any other magic. It's a means to an end.
Indeed. The problem is that under the Chantry, blood magic is forbidden, so only criminals practice it. While in
Exactly.
Tevinter, magisters compete with each other instead of keeping their volatile friends in check. They always succeed through power, so they have never had the chance to learn another way.
He also gets mad at that, and that's true, right? Now it's like, okay, you can't do it if in the legal sense, but then the criminals will still do it, and that's the fucked up thing. It's the same with like everything else in the world, right?
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Are you approving a bit
Hello.
more of me now? Any other questions I missed? Oh yeah, tell me about yourself.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
I don't know. Do I need a reason? I respect you.
You're an apostate, yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
Yeah.
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
That sounds dangerous.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I
That's
would never
fucking
find
cool
anything
idea.
new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
Weird but good for you. That's unnatural. I hope that works.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You train to flick a dagger or an arrow to its target. The grace with which you move is a pleasing side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
You like my
So you're suggesting I'm graceful?
No. I am declaring it. It was not a subject for debate.
Oh, that is so cute. I'm dying. I'm so dying.
You said you traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some
That
of my
would be
fondest
so fucking
memories
cool.
were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers. The best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Which battlefield?
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelan fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real?
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
Oh, that's cute. Well, considering I just played a D&D game recently that had will-o-wisps in and they fuck you up, so I don't know if these are kind.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You're saying that you became friends with Pride and Desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
I like that as well, because like it kind of gives this thing like, okay, these demons and stuff that we're fighting, they come from somewhere, right? It's the same thing with zombie games, and like a really good point of that was made in The Last of Us as well, is like, do you think there's still somebody in there, right? So it's kind of cool that it kind of gives you that little thing like, okay, you are killing a demon because it's trying to attack you, but at the same time there was probably someone in there at a time. So I do love that. I really feel like it's better than, how can I put it? It's better than just saying like, no, it's just a monster, you know? Like, it's still, whether it's a bear you're fighting, it's just trying to protect its territory. If it's a demon, then it is just trying to survive, you know? Because the instinct of us would be to kill it. So it's interesting. I love that.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
I enjoy getting to know you.
You have an interesting way of looking at the world, Solus.
I try. And that isn't quite an answer.
I look forward to helping you make new friends.
That should be... well...
That isn't quite an answer either.
I love it! It is so cringy and awkward.
We'll talk later.
Oh. I'm gonna bother you one more time.
What do you know about the Fade?
Did we talk about this?
For my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
Okay, maybe we did this now. Yeah. Thank you, Solus.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
I'm like literally cringing for myself because I'm feeling my shyness. But it's so cute. God damn. Okay, so that's Varric. We can't do any requisitions, so we head on forward from here to Cullen. Who the hell is that person talking to? Shouting to?
Let all repeat the chant of light. With a word dispels
Okay,
the darkness
Cullen.
upon us.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
The proper authority failed.
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the Conclave wouldn't have been needed.
So you suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murderer? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
True. We still need to do Val Royeaux. Is the war large? I guess so.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
Mm-hmm.
The mages and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
Yeah, exactly.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
I'll return with good news. Good luck keeping order.
Don't let anyone riot while we're gone.
The walls will be standing when you return, I hope.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that
I will keep the peace while you and the others appeal to the Chantry in Val Royeaux.
Okay.
Better ready yourself for the blame you will be rightly assigned.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I don't like you. Fuck off. I really don't like that guy. I think that's the main reason why I don't choose the Templars, even though I know many people say that you should rather choose the Templars over the mages. Magic Giselle!
Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
Can you shut up behind us?
As a gardener watches the earth for the first signs of life.
I get it, we're in a conclave thingy, whatever the fuck we call this, but... Damn, be quiet. We are trying.
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task, such as closing the breach, is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, and though it is considered heresy to say it, she had the aid of the elf Chartin. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
That comparison scares me. I'm not a herald. I follow Elven gods. Yeah.
You keep talking as though I'm the equal of Andraste. Do you know how unnerving that is?
I can only imagine. But we are all given to our purpose under the Maker. A sword does not ask to be forged. And frankly, if such a comparison gives you pause, I do not see that as a bad thing. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Yeah. I love the statue there in the back. It looks like the one we found in the Hinterlands.
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with divine Justinia at the Conclave. The Grand Clerics
I think she and Cassandra are options,
They
and
will
also
not
Liliana.
decide soon, and I fear they will not decide wisely. Whoever is chosen needs the Inquisition's support. No one else seems likely to seal the breach.
Did you want to come for cuddles? Ooh.
How are the people doing after what happened at the Conclave?
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the breach. I have offered what help I can. The rest is for the Inquisition. What more do you wish to know?
So many things. I'm so sad that the camera is not low enough that you can see both the cats now, because they're both lying here so cutely. Yeah.
What are you doing to help these people?
My sisters and I have been tending to the injured as best we are able. Some refugees come with food, while others arrive empty-handed. I have helped ensure that all have enough to eat. Beyond that, many simply wish the familiar comfort of the Chant of Light. It is little enough work to offer some comfort to those in pain.
Shame, yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, is like people just want something
Do you have
to
information
feel
on people
okay
elsewhere?
or safe.
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People
New
are vanishing
location?
in the hills of Emprise de Lyon. It may be demons or something worse,
demon.
but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Yeah.
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
They are terrified. Many of them came here because the war between the Mages and the Templars destroyed their homes. In their minds, the death of a divine has destroyed any chance of peace. To that, add the breach. Farmers have fled their fields. If we do not restore order, half of Thedas may starve.
Yeah, that's a fuck up.
Farewell.
Until next time.
Oh, shame. Okay, so before we head into the War Council thing, we have 42 power. That's a lot.
There was no
But yeah,
word for
that's why I wanted to do so many side quests, because it does aid us in now being able to do more operations than we would have been able to do if we just went and did the few things. Operations. You now have access to missions. Cool. Okay, different perks. Good. We are in Ferelden that we did the thingy. So build the watchtowers is available.
Have you kept in touch with our friends in Lady Esterly's estate?
Several bards will play for her tomorrow night. We will have names soon enough.
Okay. So we need to do this. Now, if we use somebody, we can't use it for something else, but we do need to get this done. So there are nobles near the Red Cliff who will gladly help the Inquisition if we make them an offer. The soldiers will have those towers up in short order, so that seems okay. Also, the times are affected, and this is while we play in-game time, so I should have done this before. Okay, so Colin will do the watchtower part. Is there anything else around here? Rescue soldiers missing in Ferelden. Inquisition soldiers have gone missing in the marshy. Huh. There's different ways we can do this. It all costs power. There's so many lit up, right? And I'm like, what do we do? So we did this, right? Completed. Okay. The bog unicorn rescue. Bog unicorn, what is that? Okay, send my people. A few scouts will move quickly than a larger group could. Okay. Volunteering to search for their lost comrades. Won't rest until they found them. If you contact local Bane, she can send out parties for the missing soldiers right away. I think a few scouts. Is this throwing us into a mission now? Okay, rescue soldiers missing. Okay. New area unlocked. Okay, the missing soldiers have been found in the bog called the Pharaoh Mire. Travel not now. Okay, some more things to do. We received an offer of assistance. I am unnerved by, but not opposed. It is not the first strange promise we have received, and likely will not be the last. Elegantly written note follows. Okay. Okay, so quietly make sure nothing interferes with their arrival. And we'll take care of such a boon. I think we'll see quietly. I feel like doing stuff secretly is the best option. A bog unicorn. So we found a new horsey. 34 power left. So we need to go to the bog eventually. Oh, the mirror. So gather coin. Up until now, the Inquisition forces have had the benefit of the Chantry's deep coffers, but now the Inquisition is forced to seek out its own sources of revenue if it's going to grow further. Okay, trade in Haven is limited at this point. There are various opportunities to earn coin, provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its efforts on the matter. So Lodiana is 50. Let's take Josephine on this one.
Let us begin.
Cool. We get a few things done here. Scout the Storm Coast. Address the nobleman's concern. Herald. Your Inquisition says it's for order against chaos. Reason in darkness If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my land. They claim to be refugees, but I have seen elves and apostates among them, filthy savages tearing at our roots. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated by the conclave. I inquire your aid to return peace to my lands. Preview loyalty and serve you richly rewarded. I'm just also thinking, you see busy on another one now. We can take advantage of his raving. My spies can harass the refugees into moving somewhere else to win the Lord. That sounds kind of fucked up, doesn't it? A pariah even among his peers, let us send a polite refusal and nothing more. We could send a few patrols, but I would prefer they help the refugees, not this Kirkland. Yeah, man, this is a kind of messy one, right? Because now it's like, who says they are just the mages, right? Maybe there is just refugees, and if we do this one with Liliana, we are just displacing them again. But he will give us money, maybe. I don't know, let's hold that one. The Tyrant of High Ever, to whom it may concern, the winter... Okay, this one seems easy enough because she can write to them. So, just a simple letter.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Now I don't have anything else I can do. I guess because everybody's locked. So that is why we needed to do these things before and not just run around like crazy headless chickens. Do we have anything in Orlais available? Oh, this is for the Val Royeaux thing.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
Yeah, I'm just standing here. Hey, Cassandra. This is terrible. I'm not worried. This may not actually help. I'm not worried.
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
True.
I will go with her.
Thank you.
Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Okay. Address the Chantry in Val Royeaux. I mean, we have enough power, level recommendation, we're still okay in that, so... I guess we do this. Val Royeaux. So pretty. Strariums. We haven't, well, we have unlocked other areas, right? But geez, we haven't even been to another map set. Oh, it's so pretty. Not as pretty, obviously, with the ones with the mods and stuff that you
The city still mourns.
Oh yeah, they wear the weirdest fucking...
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
So spicy.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Liliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
Yep. Wreak havoc! Now the problem is I would like to explore.
They wish to protect the people? From us?
Are you
Return
offended
to
by
Haven.
this?
Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Why couldn't I speak to her? How do I activate that conversation piece? Okay, so there's a bunch of shit here to read. I wonder if it will give us XP. It will. So okay, so I do want to actually just show off how pretty this still looks. It is so cool. I went into the shops to see if I can buy anything, but we are unable to. But yeah, so we can basically... Ooh, I missed one. Nah. We can go on with the mission first, and then I will do the extensive exploring bits.
Good people of Val Royeaux, hear me.
Hear me,
Together,
roar.
we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart.
Naive?
Silenced by treachery.
Naive, bitch?
You wonder what will become of a murderer.
You.
Well,
shut up.
Wonder no more.
Where's Varric and Solus?
Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell.
I said nothing,
We
people
say
decided.
This is a false prophet. The Maker would send no elf in our hour of need.
Elf. There we go. Some slight racism thrown in there.
We came here in peace simply to talk, and this is what you do. I implore
I should have
you,
saved.
let us sit down together to deal with the real threat.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
So we have to bash in something. Whoa!
Still yourself. She is
okay.
beneath us.
Fucking dickheads. This is why I do not like the Templars.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
And who the fuck are you to say
Lord
that?
Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not
Is this the guy with
me.
the demon in him or something?
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
I maybe need to pause for a second. Atlasy. Will you now spiel? Help us close the breach.
What we truly need is an alliance that will seal the breach.
Oh, the breach is indeed a threat. But you certainly have no power to do anything about it.
Excuse
But Lord
me,
Seeker,
dickhead.
what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
What are you
You are
doing?
called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing. And the Inquisition, less than nothing.
No, fuck you.
Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Okay, that is a little bit of a fuck up.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
How well do you know him?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Yeah, so I know if you choose the Templar path when we do the Templar Mages thing, then you kind of find out that he has a pride demon, but I think you find that out in a different way as well if you do the other path, for the Mages path. So that's what I'll be doing for now. Will he see reason? So much for Templar help. Yeah.
Do you think he can be reasoned with?
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Sure, but first, and can we still not trade?
Templars left.
Excuse me.
The Chantry
but
promised they'd defend us.
Is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
That's the plan.
We're going to give it a try, at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts.
Are we getting an agent again?
In days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but...
She looks fucking
if
cool.
your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
I really, really love the clothing she has.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, she is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
I usually just choose that.
We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see.
I hope we see her later. I cannot remember. Nice, and hi, Cassandra. Because that's really cool. I really love her clothes. Like, not the clothes, but the material. Let me just finish.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Ooh, Red Jenny! Oh, hell yeah, this is Sarah. Favors of friends. Messages attached written in large flowing hand borders with doodles. Yeah, it's Sarah. People say you're special, I want to help, but I can bring everyone. There's a baddie there's a baddie in Val Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. I have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and round the cafe. And maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Your friends of Red Jenny. The poor drawing location in the map. Oh, yay! Are we gonna get Sarah so early? I didn't think we'd get her that early.
That was a change of affairs. You might find friends among the stunned and reeling.
Okay, let's see if we can do anything about... Oh, the gate behind her opened.
This victory must please you greatly, Sika Cassandra.
Why?
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand?
Varric, figure out where you want to be.
Delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
I honestly, in real life, I would not even give this woman a minute of my time.
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
Fucking cunt.
That is more comforting than you might imagine.
Yeah, maybe you should have listened before you got slapped in the face.
We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Cool, we have a thing
Our
ready.
divine. Her holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed.
Yeah,
There is
well, you were
chaos
bitching
ahead,
that I want out,
whatever your
so fuck you.
intentions.
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so.
Well, then they can go fuck
Has it
themselves.
done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can, and leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave.
Yes, so
What
stop being
becomes
dicks to the
of
people who
us
could take her
and your
position now.
Inquisition is in the Maker's hands now.
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion
So it is a
seems
spoiler,
popular
obviously,
in
that I said
certain
now that he has a pride demon
doesn't
in
it,
him.
Seeker?
Or is affected by a
Is
pride demon.
crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a
We're not taking
rival to the
that path,
Chantry
so
itself?
might as well spill the beans now.
What were you hoping the Lord Seeker would do exactly?
Put aside his war against the mages and find common purpose against something much more dire. Obviously,
Yeah, like the
he has
hole in the
other
sky.
plans. With the knights vigilant slain at the Conclave, there is nothing more we can do.
Perhaps there is something we can do.
I'd like to believe that, Seeker. I truly would. I suppose we can expect renewed effort against the mages from him, and yet more chaos.
Exactly.
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
How are people responding to all of this?
Despair. Fear. We mourn Her Holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's will? We abandoned our duties.
Oh, her foot
we
is clipping.
Servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
I'll stop this somehow.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Okay. A lot of talking. Ole, 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 ole. Lions. Okay, so now let us do a little bit of Red Jenny's missions. She said something about the dock. Difficult time for those lost. Okay, so the marker is on the map. I remember if you if you choose to romance Josephine, you actually have a date with her here at the docks as well or something. Or something somewhat similar to that. Oh. Okay. This is just a oh, it is a pingy weeny thing. Tremors floating, taste is off, water birds die off. Atlas boy, what are you doing? A red handkerchief. Cool, we got that, and also these boats are beautiful. Look at that, it's such a short section that you do here, but it is so pretty. Atlas, what are you doing? Oh my, what happened?
If I might have a moment of your time.
You wanna come? Come.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
You weren't at the Conclave?
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the Conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
You think?
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's
True.
concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Yeah.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe.
Oh,
Come, meet
that
with
is
the
how we
mages.
get there.
An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Au revoir.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Yes, but also I have things to do here. We need to find Sarah. That's interesting that they just like throw that in. I was just trying to see things I can buy, even though things here are extremely expensive.
I believe that message...
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Invitation first... Oh, first enchanter Vivian, I forgot about her. Oh, so many people to meet. And so many allies that I kind of forgot about. Well, I didn't forget about Vivian, I'm just like... I forgot we got her so... No, we can't get her that early, can we? Is it a menu? What is this? It's a dragon head. Oh, so this is the cafe.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect. We shall see.
Okay. Oh, we have a song. Where is the thing? Red handkerchief.
Just what we needed.
Oh, the songs in this game is so nice. No. Oh, here.
All is well?
Oh, yes.
Okay, upper market. So let's head up. This really reminds me, and obviously this was this before or after the Blood and Wine extension of Witcher 3? Because this reminds me of Toussaint.
All is well?
Yes, thank you.
All is well. There's so many things to read.
It is the whisper in the night, the lie upon your sleep.
A pleasure.
Very, like, it does feel like Blood and Wine, right? Now, I can't remember which one is first, though. Was it Witcher's DLC, or was this one out first? Sister Antoinette.
What? Yes, I'm sorry. Minding the duties of the ailing mother, Havara. I am rather overwhelmed. Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you.
You heard?
And that troubles me greatly.
Then fuck off, I will leave. There's so many things everywhere. We need to go to the upper market. But yeah, definitely Toussaint vibes. You can go in. Oh, it's a shop. Hello there. What the hell? This looks interesting. Do you sell pots? Where's the sell? Oh, there. Anything? Nothing. Do they sell anything? I just pressed sell all and I don't know what that does. Oh, Scheiße. What did I do? Oh, fick. Well, we have our weapons and stuff, so I guess whatever I sold was...
Oh, make her hear my cry.
Oh, shit. Okay, you know, never mind. It's fine. That was a big mistake. Can we go through here? Shit, man, I just sold everything. Wait, where are we going? Is this not the upper thingy? Solas, fucking move. How do we get to that side then?
Dragon Age Inquisition, how to get to the upper marketplace of Val Royeaux.
Okay, so I've been running around for a minute now, and thanks to Fred VDP on the EA Answers thing, they haven't fixed that apparently, still after so many years. So I need to change floors and fast travel to this location, or to the location. Why? Can somebody tell me why? Is that how it works? I guess I should have figured it out considering the fact that it's... But still, where did these stairs come from? Where do they go? Are the gates just closed? Because I was on the other side there now. I guess when... I don't know, but that's very weird that they put it that way. That you can't just access it direct... Oh, like from outside. And you have to fast travel. Or maybe you can and I just haven't found the path for it. Okay, so we can travel to the Red Jenny quest part, but I want to just quickly head back to Haven. There we go. I want to quickly travel back to Haven, finish up the missions that... or the war table things that are finished now. Ooh, Cullen is available to talk to.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Lock with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
I just hope I can help.
As do we all. It is enough that you would try. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
It's working.
Yeah. I must have this mark for a reason. It will work. I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
I like your enthusiasm.
No, but if you have one prepared, I'd love to hear it.
Another time, perhaps. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Oh, he's so cheeky. Cute. Okay, but can we talk now?
Was there something you needed?
Is there anything I should know?
The Lord Seeker's actions are a mystery, but the Templars will aid us. They cannot sit idle while the breach remains.
Okay. Cullen is ready to report. You see, so luckily he is also finished with his, so we will do that in a second.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
The fighting still
if
sounds
you
so
need insight
loud.
into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of Lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
Are they vows of celibacy?
A life of service and sacrifice. Are Templars also expected to give up physical temptations?
Physical? Why... why would you... That's not expected. Templars can marry, although there are rules around it, and the Order must grant permission. Some may choose to give up more to prove their devotion, but it's not required.
Have you?
Me? No. I've taken no such vows. Maker's breath. Can we speak of something else?
We made him uncomfy. That's so messed up. Oh, that's so mean. What do you think of them?
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession, at least.
Okay. At least that is something good that shows a little bit of a change in him.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
I feel like we're standing in a very bad spot.
Did you enjoy your training?
I wanted to learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfiguration wasn't the most exciting task. And I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars at our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course. But there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical? The last time I was in a Circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the Circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Another time, then.
Okay, so we did some speaking with our friend. We went to Val Royeaux. And I think we will do the Find Red Jenny thing and then also Vivian in the next episode. I think that would be good if we keep it separated a little bit.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses as well as the capital.
Yep.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we?
Are we gonna mention
Lord
that
Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
the mage
True,
leader
he has
came to
taken
us?
the orders somewhere. But to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
You must choose soon. So this is the thing. I do want to back the mages. So I did ask people to tell me what they would like, but sadly I think
I
I'm
could
gonna
at
go with
least
the
find out
mages.
what the mages want.
Sorry, Cassandra.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
Okay, then.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais.
Is this Blackwell's
mission? They have
mission?
Also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious. That does sound odd. I agree. The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwell. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease. And if he can't? Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So then that makes it actually excellent, because then we have all these inner circle things. The Lone Warden, the Captain of Charges, which is Iron Bull, Sarah, and then this is a Varric mission, and Vivienne. So I think I will leave that for the next episode. Then we will go and recruit all of our friends. That would be good, yeah. So we did Val Royeaux. We found some things here now. And I will take a look at the things on the table in a second, just to make sure we have everything good. Level up, as I still need to do that. See what the hell is happening around here as well. But yeah, then we are off to find more allies. So until the next time then, c'est la vie, and see you on the other side.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.